the second resistance, if you're looking at the 50 exponential moving average, this area here is acting as our resistance, so we can well guys, welcome to the Trading Success Show. This is your boy Francis. If this is your first time, guys, you are welcome. Anyways, this is the weekend watch list, and when I say watch list, I really don't mean you have to buy it, right? Come Monday morning, I will narrow the list down to at least, between 5 and 10 that I will have on my screen. So that is how I do it each day, each morning as time goes on, right? So because the reason is because you might have a watch list for the weekend, but come Monday morning, that stock that you're actually watching might change direction. So you have to play, the trade up or down. And for me, trading is very fascinating in terms of, looking for trade to the upside or to the downside, whichever the trade or that stock offers you, right? For those working class, it is very important you understand, long-term investing, dividend stock portfolio, and also understand how you can get in a trade at a very critical spot. Like on Webull also offer you the opportunity to, before you get in a trade, you want to set your stop loss and you want to set your profit target. I've used it numerous times on Webull to capitalize on a potential move when I'm not in front of my computer, right? With that being said, let's get into the nitty-gritty of today, and which is going to be our watch list for the coming week. Okay, these are small price stocks or small cap stocks that I think will do good because our IWM and our QQQ and our Russell 2000 are pretty much doing okay at this point in time, and I'm looking for the flag to really break. If you take a look at our Russell, I think this is a very solid flag right now, okay? And right now we're really bouncing right off this support zone, right? This is the support, the bottom of the flag, and if we bounce just like what's happening right now, we can bounce into what? The 2213 spot, and then continue pushing into this resistance right here. So keep an eye on it. Even IWM is also doing the same thing as well. You see how this is doing the same thing. So we can get into the 220. If we get through this 220, we should be all right to continue pushing into this resistance. So keep an eye on the market is very, very, very important. With that being said, guys, let's get into it one more time. Okay, what I have going on right now, I have first one on the list is KXIN. This one, what I'm looking for is for the price to really push through, and the price really did break out close above it, which is the 350. So any little pullback on this one will bounce into the 340 and then continue pushing higher. RSI is still decent to continue pushing over the 70% spot. Okay, so keep an eye on it as we gain volume. Overall, this is the trend I'll be watching for the downside. And don't forget, right here 323 we have our 200 moving average. So I do like this one. Next one is going to be ship. As we develop more in terms of shipping, I think right now the shipping industry is price is really pushing higher. So I'm expecting this area to really hold because we have our 20 and 50 exponential moving average right here. So when we pop into this resistance, I took some profit off and then holding the rest and see if we can gain momentum and continue to push on SHIP. PTIX, keep an eye on PTIX. Right now we just need to break this resistance. Why I said this resistance is I'm looking right here. So if we can break this resistance, which is also our 220 exponential moving average, I think we'll be able to get into the 225 easily on PTIX. Next one is going to be OPCH. This one right now we are breaking out of, which I really like. I have some position on this one. So right now we're breaking out of this trend level. This is our downtrend. We just broke out into the 2370. So right now our RSI is also decent. So what I'll be looking for is just a little pullback into the $23 or $22.50, and then we'll continue pushing higher on OPCH. SSI, keep an eye on this one as well. This one right now, we have our trend right now that is breaking. So this is a trend, and for right now we are breaking it. Okay, we broke out, pull back to retest it, and I'm expecting a continuation into this. If this doesn't hold, I think we'll pull back down into this area, which is $2.30 or so. But I think for a long term, this can push into the $4 or $4.50 area. I have my sell on this one. I have a sell at 3, sell at 350, and sell at 4 and 450, just like that on SSY. PXLW, that's the one I got from this guy. Okay, PXLW. Okay, this one we are really pushing on this one. I think you remember what I said about a trend. Whenever a stock breaks the trend, most cases we pull back to retest that trend to know if that trend is very solid. But guess what happened? We pop all the way higher, pull back, and guess what? We couldn't pull back to this trend because why? We have our exponential moving average here. So the price couldn't even pull back to this trend line, and then we just bounce right off. So you have to understand that, you know, whenever we break a particular trend line or any trends or any range, we often tend to pull back to retest that spot. Most times, if I miss a particular trade, what I do is I wait for the price to pull back to that particular breakout spot and then get in and then move on higher. If that range or that support trend line doesn't hold, that means that breakout is not solid enough to continue pushing higher. Then it will fail. Look at how price really did breakout, just a little breakout, pull back, retest the breakout spot. We made a double bottom, and then boom, this is beautiful. Technicals are always good stuff. NM, this one is, you know, if you're that kind of risky person and you really want to play, you know, the bottom, then look for this area to really break on this one. So right now we have a support right here, and then look for this to break out, which is the $4. If we can break the $4, I think we'll get $4.25 and then push into the $5.50. So keep an eye on NM. HIHO, this one really did pop on Friday. I'm expecting more on this one, because if we can break this $4.30, $4.25, I think we'll be able to push higher. So this is going to be our resistance, of which it respected this resistance level into close. So volume is really decent on this one. I'm expecting this to push into $4.60 and or $5 on HIHO. So keep an eye on it. I did pick some around this 415 area because I was anticipating, you know, the breakout, which we're gonna really break out because we got decent amount of volume. Next is gonna be DATS. This one is also pushing higher. I did call this one during the market. I put in this trend. I said this is the trend to watch, and if we cannot break out of this trend, I'm expecting price to pull back to this bottom trend, right? So we did push into this area, break out. We just broke it a little bit, then pull back and close inside the range. So keep an eye on it. If we continue to push on this one, I think target is going to be like $7, but keep an eye on that. OPGN, this one I like it too. The reason is because we have our resistance right here at 280, and if this area break, I think we'll shoot into the 360 or 350. So keep an eye on OPGN. Next one is going to be WKEY. This one is another one that I have on my radar because of this trend right here. We tried to break through, but we got rejected in our 50 exponential moving average. So the 50 exponential moving average hit it and then bounce back up, back down. Right now, I think this is also solid to push higher. You can set your stop loss if you want a tight stop. It's around $6, but for me, I'll be looking at this area right here for my stop loss. If you want to take a look at where the stop loss is going to be, it's going to be 550. 550 is decent enough because you're risking 50 cents, about 50 cents, in order for price to push into $9. So I think this WKEY is also good. Look at where we're coming from, guys. We're coming from almost $25. So keep an eye on WKEY. ANY, this one is also a beauty. This one is really holding up. Okay, for the past couple of days, it's been holding up. So my trend right now is going to be the 50 moving average, which is going to be my stop loss. Okay, so this area is going to be my stop loss area, which is also coincide with this trend right here. So I will be risking 350, 325 in order for me to make $5 here, like for 1 point. Pretty much you're risking close about 50 cents in order to make, you know, $1 or even 650. So this also a good one to keep an eye on with your stop loss in place. Volume is really coming in on the name. Lumo, okay, this one I got a request to chat this one out. It's not really of a cool deal, but you know, I will be looking at this trend right here. This is the trend I'll be looking at. That's what I told the guy. I'll be looking at that trend, which also coincide with the 950 area. So 950 is going to be, you know, the first resistance or the second resistance if you're looking at the 50 exponential moving average. This area here is acting as our resistance, so we can cup and handle and move. If you're not seeing the cup and handle, this is what I'm talking about. This is a huge cup and this is the handle. And then, you know, boom, 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 boom. We keep going, right? So that is for this one. I still like this one to bottom out. Gmvd. This is another one that I've been watching. I have some few position on this one. The reason is because we broke out of this area and then we're trying this spot right here, which is the $3 spot. We break $3, I think we'll be able to push into 350, and then we'll be looking at the 425 area. So keep an eye on this name. I like it. I like it. SKIN, this one as well. It's the price is a little bit much, but that's fine. I'm looking at this area right now. Price really did pull back into the spot, which is going to be, you know, which acted as our support. So I'll be looking for price to really break this $22 spot and then push into the 25. Overall support is going to be $20 on this name. SPRT, this one, keep an eye because right now we have a very solid trend developing. Okay, so if we can break above 950 and hold it, I think we'll be all right to continue pushing into the $12, $15 area. That's my first target is $12. Second target is $15. But keep an eye on it because it's a highly shorted float stock. So the volume is really high. GROVI. This one as well is I'm looking for price to reclaim this trend. Okay, which is the 550 area, and 550 area also coincide with this, you know, resistance. So if we can reclaim this 550 spot, I think we'll be able to push into the $7 on this one. So keep an eye on it with your stop loss just right below this level. Okay, well, right below $5. So I think we'll continue to push on this name. Next one I'll be talking about is going to be AHPI. This one is also another one to keep an eye on. Right now we are resting around this support, which also coincide with our what? Which coincide with our 20 exponential moving average. So keep an eye on that one. NAOV, also keep an eye on this one because we're still holding this mini area right here. So I think if price can push into the $3, I think we'll be able to push into $4.25. Warrior X, keep an eye on Warrior X. I don't have anything to worry about as our support is right here, which also a fundamental area as well in terms of news and stuff. So right now I think I need a price to really bounce right off this area. So I'm expecting price to bounce right off the 275, okay, with a stop loss right around the 250. So keep an eye on WROX, okay. Next is Mnkd, okay. This is Mnkd need good stuff, okay. So right now this is the area I will be watching, which is also around, you know, pretty much the 440 area. So if we can push through the 430 area, I think we'll push into the 460. So keep an eye on this, as right now I currently have this trend. We pull back, retest it, which also is our 200 moving average. So right now I think this can really push as soon as, you know, a lot of traders see what is coming, okay. Now for those other stocks, or for the stocks that is very risky to play and or to hold for the long term, these are the stocks, okay. The first one is going to be TIROX. This one I think we're coming from where the $100, 110 level. We tried to bounce, we just couldn't, and then right now we are forming what we call a double bottom right here. Our 20 exponential moving average is right above us, so I'm thinking and I believe that we can bounce right off this area. If we don't bounce right off this area, I think our natural area for price to bounce is the $4. So keep an eye on this one. I still like this one overall, right? EJH, this is also another one too. My stop loss on this one is going to be like $3, okay. If getting in here, stop loss is going to be $3. Very tight stop loss, as I'm looking for price to really break this area. So keep an eye on it this coming week. Sntg, keep an eye on this one too. This is also another one I'm talking about. It's very risky. We're really coming from the $40, $50 area, and right now I think we're trying to develop a solid base right around here. So this is the area I'll be looking for price to break up or to break down. If price push down to this support, I think I'll be picking up some, but overall I'll be looking for price to really push higher from this area. Chart looks really good too, but it's very risky. It's like you're catching a falling knife, right? But overall for a long term, so keep an eye on that. CTIB as well, keep an eye on this one, because we really did push lower, made this double bottom. Right now we are breaking out of this trend, so I'm expecting price to push into the $2 on CTIB. AVIR, keep an eye on this one, because we're coming from what, the $80 spot, guys. We're coming from the $80 spot, and which also pretty much coincide there, right there, $80, $95. So a price really did break out of this box right here and then push higher, pull back to retest this box, right? And then now we'll continue to push higher into this resistance here, which is 35. If we can break 35, I think we'll be able to get to this 200 moving average, which is our $41.27. Guys, that is it for today. And I hope you all have a fantastic one. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Have a fantastic one, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.